want to welcome everybody to the Juan Bash podcast. This is our first episode, and we're talking about the worst fighting game characters of all time. I'm here with my co-host, some of the best gamers the world over. Let me introduce first Carlos, aka Thug Nuggets, John, also known as Jerkweed,
Oh,
and and Ken, none other than 8-Bit himself. In our premiere episode, we're going to be covering top 5 worst fighting game characters of all time. And each week, or each month, whenever we do this, we're going to be bringing you FGC and fighting game related topics. And just wanted to preface this that we use the word worst loosely. So you can interpret that however you want. It can be a bottom tier character, can be a character you hate playing against, or a character design you just can't stand. So I'm going to start us off with my number 5 worst fighting game character of all time. And it's actually a new character from Street Fighter 6.
Oh, boo.
We're going with JP.
Boo.
Oh my god.
JP, of course, stands for just a pussy. I mean, this guy fucking sucks. I mean, they literally took a character out of Blaze Blue or Melty Blood and dropped them into Street Fighter 6. I mean, zoning characters in general suck, but then you give him a bunch of weird shit, and then you make him like top 3 in the game. I mean, he's got a full screen command grab, which looks exactly like his regular projectile, so you can't tell them apart. Every time a random match shows up and you have to play against JP, don't fucking try to tell me that you don't have an audible groan, like not this asshole again. So he's new, but he's terrible. JP is my number 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
John, any thoughts?
Oh, yeah, I have a YouTube video everyone can watch. It's Ryan and me. I'm playing as JP, and he does die without hitting me. And I strongly suggest everyone watch that video.
What is that?
And then, yeah, I think
We're gonna link that into the.
Yeah. I think
thought
the
that
whole
one got
reason the
deleted.
podcast was started was because of this video, and he's like, I gotta make it so I can say my 5 worst characters.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. JP, that's funny. Yeah, he's pretty horrible. I mean, I'm not gonna be as detailed as Rye is, but yeah, he's a bitch to play against. So I can see why he's trash, and I can see why Jerkweed's defended him because killed everybody with him. And the only reason why he dropped playing JP was because he hated the rage quitters. And
This is true.
Yeah.
I did have to stop.
there's that.
Damn, just too good, huh?
Yeah.
Ken, any thoughts on JP? Have you gotten to play him yet?
No, I haven't actually. Street Fighter 6, for the life of me, I don't know why. I've played like a good hour of it, and I'm just like, I haven't been able to play, but I think I'm gonna put some more effort into it. But I haven't gotten to play too much.
Don't put too much effort. It's not a very good game.
Oh, that's a lie. That's a. Again, there's
Yo.
YouTube y'all can watch, and Six is
Okay.
great.
So, John, I think that takes us to your number 5. So why don't you start us off?
Let's see. What's mine? I have to choose. I didn't actually order these. I just. So for my number 5, I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna say his name wrong. It's Su Hao from Mortal Kombat Deadly
Oh
Alliance.
my god.
Oh my
Oh, man,
god.
that sucks. Does my picture work? Can you all see it?
It did for a
Oh,
second.
did for a second. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you see it now. Okay, yeah, this is it's literally just Kano but worse. He's terrible. He's really. I mean, that design is God. Just look at him. It's horrible. He's so bad that after Deadly Alliance, they never bring him up again, unless it's like a joke, where he's being killed in the background, or yeah. Just I mean, again, just look at him. Look at that design.
Just look at it.
It's Kano but worse. Yeah. I mean, my God. Yeah. Anyone else remember this guy, or is it just me?
Oh, I remember him.
Okay, good.
I only played him once, and that was it. Ryan, any experience with him?
I'm not big of a Mortal Kombat guy, but I do know who this is just because Mortal Kombat has probably some of the worst designs out of any video game franchise. Maybe because they have hundreds of characters that they have in their arsenal, so they just throw something together. But yeah, I'll agree with you. This is terrible design. Don't know about the gameplay, but I'm
Oh, his
assuming it's
gameplay is
pretty
awful. Yeah, he's not fun to play, and he's not good either. He's just awful.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of that banned character from Streets of Rage 3.
Who?
The banned, quote unquote, gay character from Streets of Rage 3.
Really? Hold on, I don't know this.
You don't know about that?
No, I'm googling.
Mr. X?
No.
Oh, his name is Ash.
There was a playable character
In the Japanese version,
in the Japanese version. They banned him from the U.S. version.
Yeah.
Maybe I could try and find him. But
I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I would still rather play as that character than Su Hao. I mean, this is just
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me see if I can find this.
All right, let me. So that'll stop sharing that, right? All right.
Carlos, you want to get into your number 5?
Yeah. My number 5. Let me see if I could. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Shaq Fu.
Yes. Calorie
I have a character from Shaq Fu on
from
my
Shaq
list.
Fu. Like, what the hell is that? She's even like low tiered in Shaq Fu, and the game was
What's
just
her name?
play. Calorie.
Cowrie? I've never heard of this person.
Yeah, that's why you never heard of her, because she sucks.
She's in Shaq Fu though, so
She's in Shaq Fu. She's the lowest tiered character. The whole game sucks. The combat sucks. But I don't know why I enjoyed playing it when I rented it from Blockbuster. But that is my number 5.
Okay.
I have a complete, Mandela effect when it comes to Shaq Fu because I remember that game being good. So I went on eBay and I bought the game.
Oh shit.
And then when I got it, it's fucking trash. It's completely unplayable. So any character from that game is a good pick.
Fair. Actually, I have fond memories of like playing Shaq Fu, like growing up in LA. When Shaq was over there, we were like, oh cool. Like he's got a video game, let's play it. And I think there was a Steel video game too, and that was terrible. But Shaq Fu takes the cake.
There was a Steel game for what, Super NES?
Yeah,
or?
Super NES. I believe, and it was a side scroller like those Power Ranger ones.
Okay.
I vaguely remember it. Like I think I went to Blockbuster, rented it, and then like I think we returned it and got like Final Fantasy like 3 again.
that's a much better that's a much better weekend.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
John, any last thoughts on Kyrie?
No, I have a Shaq Fu character on my list. All I can remember about that game is that everyone was terrible, and all I ever did in that game was just kind of sweep enemies, and that would work on the AI the entire game. So
that's true. I remember, and now I remember sweeping. Did we ever play that game with each other?
No, I don't know if we want to have a Shaq Fu tournament.
Okay.
but why would you pick anybody other than a Shaquille O'Neal? Like really? Like he was the best character.
Well, yeah, they had.
No, I remember there's like a mummy in that game that's pretty good. There's
there
a
was
broken
a mummy.
character.
There was a mummy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's funny. Actually, in the first Juan Bash, we played Shaq Fu.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, Sean and I think Juan were playing against each other.
Oh.
Well, that takes us to Ken's rounding out our number 5 worst fighting game character.
Okay. Let's see. All right. How do I share this?
You can have them in Windows and You can use the share thingy on Teams, or you can
Oh,
hold
there
up
we
a picture on your web camera.
Oh no,
Uh,
I got you. Right. All right, teams.
hold up your cell phone with a picture.
Oh, bro.
That's
No,
actually
I
just an
got it.
idea.
Here we go. I gotta do not a screen, a window specifically. All right, here we go. Are you guys seeing this?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Is that Eddie Gordo?
Yeah, my number 5 is Eddie Gordo. And I tell you why, all right? Like, yes, it's fun to play, but my God, whenever you're playing against somebody new and they're just pressing buttons, and then they figure out all they have to do is press both the kick buttons, and then they do the combo. You can win. Like, if you're just a casual Tekken player and you're fighting against Eddie Gordo, it's not fun, especially against somebody who's new, who has no etiquette when you're fighting them, and they just do the same move over and over again. And if you don't know how to counter it, I mean, I know how to counter it, but I feel bad for the other players that have to fight like Eddie Gordo and they have no idea what they're doing, right? And that's why I think it's too noob friendly. I don't think it takes any skill. And let's say you are skilled with Eddie Gordo, like let's say you're a Tekken player, then it's basically the most annoying thing ever. Just like playing Paul. But I think Eddie Gordo is like pretty high up there. For me, this is number 5 worst character. Hate it. Hate him.
I'm gonna completely disagree with this.
Oh my god.
Because I actually went to a brewery one time for a Street Fighter 5 tournament, and then they had a Tekken 7 tournament after. I've never played the game, so I stuck around for it, played, picked Eddie Gordo because I've never played the game, and got to finals.
Oh my god. Just because
just by button mashing. I actually like, you know who the better character is? Who's the female capoeira fighter in Tekken 5?
Oh.
She's the better choice.
I was gonna go on way to defend him, but Eddie's sister is so much better.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Christy, I think is her name.
Yeah, Christy.
Yeah,
Christy
she's just
Montero.
cooler. So yeah, I don't need
Christy
to defend
Montero.
Eddie.
Yeah, so like it's Eddie Gordo. I didn't put Christy mainly because I like Christy, but like I think Eddie, like in the very beginning when he first came out, it was just miserable for everybody, and then now he's still pretty miserable. Honestly, I played Tekken 7; it's miserable online. So that's why he's up there for me, like at number 5.
All right, next time I go to Korea, I'm gonna pick Eddie Gordo.
Any thoughts, Carlos, or just?
I don't have too much experience or memories of Tekken except for the old school ones. So yeah, I don't have much input on that.
Gotcha. Well, you mind stop sharing your screen, Ken?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's gonna take me to my number 4. And this is actually a fighting game I've never actually gotten to play, but it looks terrible. And this is probably the worst fighting game character I could think of. And it's the NASCAR Hornet.
Oh, from Fighting Vipers.
Yeah. FighterZ Megamix?
Yeah. The sequel to Fighting Vipers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vipers.
I mean, my God, this is just terrible. I mean, whoever said they wanted to play a fighting game as a NASCAR? I mean, this is one of the dumbest ideas ever. It's wacky shit, and it looks fucking stupid. They didn't even try to like give him punches or anything like that. He just like tries to dry hump you to death. It's just, and like they could have made it into a car or like a robot, like, but they just kept it as a basic car. I mean, it looks terrible. Poor idea, terrible execution. NASCAR Hornet, my number 4.
Well, what's holding those tires onto that car?
Magic.
I don't think I've ever played or seen that. Actually, for me, I've never seen that. So that looks wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's amazing. I don't know how you could think that's terrible. Looking at that, uh, watching a car beat people to death is and an idea that should only be commended.
Just watch the news in California. There's cars hitting people all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought Americans would love that NASCAR is in a fighting
No,
game.
no. What happened was there was a very lazy developer that just made Daytona USA. I got this model for a car here. We can add a fighter slot here.
So, John, let's go to your number 4.
Okay, he said that there's no dumber character, and I will disagree because this is a character that exists in a fighting game, and that is Fred Durst from Fight Club, the video game.
Oh my god!
This is real. So, first off, Fight Club, the video game, is a terrible game. It's
Okay.
Okay, this is true. Fight Club, the video game, real fighting game. It plays like crap, and for some reason they put Fred Durst in it, and yeah, that's my entire argument. Just
It's true. It's Fred Durst.
yeah. No, he's not playing a different character. He's Fred Durst in universe in Fight Club.
Come
You
on.
can fight Bob Tyler, and if you wanted to, you could use Fred Durst. I don't know why you would, but you could. Does anyone want to defend Fred Durst? Go ahead.
I think Dave Zhao would because he loved Limp Bizkit.
Oh,
In high school, he would be cranking up. I played it for the Nookie, and what was that other song?
Rolling.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Our number one
Come
song.
on.
You would hear him walk into the library just screaming out, rolling, rolling, rolling.
No
hilarious.
shot.
and yeah, that's my number 4. And feel free to defend Fred Durst, but yeah, that's my argument.
I will never defend Fred Durst. Any more thoughts on Fred Durst? Anyone?
Fight Club, the video game.
Oh,
No.
No, he makes movies now.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
John Travolta.
What?
That movie's
Yeah.
amazing. It's called
What
The Fanatic.
movie?
Oh my
What?
god. It's
Never saw it.
oh my god, you have to. It's on Amazon Prime.
That's why
I make everybody watch it. It's the best hour and a half you can spend.
Oh my god.
So, Carlos, you want to take us with your number 4 to see if you can beat Fred Durst?
All right. Well, I guess I don't know if mine is going to be as bad. But I don't know if you can see my screen.
No,
Oh,
what?
oh.
The worst ever.
Roll.
Roll.
Oh, she has broom. Yeah.
She's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, look, she's got the title, the worst ever. What can she do? Like, nobody ever picks her. Every time we have tournaments or games, she's never picked.
Is she
And if
worse
you
than
do-
Servbot?
Worse than Servbot. I mean,
God.
yeah, way worse than Servbot. Because at least Servbot has that special that,
Chip damage.
Just damage.
yeah. So that is my number 4.
Are we only talking Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Yeah.
She's also in Tatsunoko versus Capcom, and she's
Oh.
still bad in that game, but she's a little better.
Well, I'll probably pick her when we play the Kumi.
I will practice her and I will show you.
I mean, I think this is a great pick. I think it's the only fighting game that I know of that has a role tier. So it has the tier for one character, and not many fighting games has that. And Marvel 2 is one, and she's definitely fucking terrible.
She's definitely terrible.
Yeah, I think Smash has one for Ganondorf, but I'm not a big Smash player. I don't know, but apparently he's that bad.
Huh.
But yeah, good choice. She's terrible, but it just feels. Look, you picked on a little girl robot.
How could you pick
Yeah.
on a little girl? Man?
She spends most of her day cleaning up the lab. How do you expect her to fight? Afterlight doesn't let her go out and fight Fireman or Cold Man. She has to watch.
Well, there's a reason for that because she sucks.
Okay, fair. Okay. Any more thoughts on roll?
Take us to number 4.
Okay. All right. So I keep it. Wait, where'd it go? Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I want to share a window. I want to share this window right here. Okay.
Oh,
What?
My number 4. Look, I
yoga.
yeah. Since the beginning of all Street Fighters that Dawson's been in, all right, and I have played every single Street Fighter, besides 6, right? I in SNK versus Capcom, in Marvel, was it Marvel versus Capcom or Street Fighter versus, I forget which one it was, where Dawson was in there. I cannot find a time where I've seen anybody use Dawson effectively. Can you guys name a time where you've seen like Dawson? Oh yeah, that guy's Dawson is sick.
Every week at the next level battle circuit, Arturo would show up and try, and everyone would be happy if he made it to top 16, and that's his biggest claim to fame, I think.
Well, there you go. And like, for me, I think he's got a cool design. Okay, his best iteration, Street Fighter 4. Okay, I think. But other than that, he's pretty trash. Like, let's say you miss his down fierce, okay? And you go, oh, hey, I can see the down fierce and I can predict that. I'm going to shoot a projectile and then you get hit. You're attacking and then you get hit on somebody's defense. That's fucking terrible, right? Yeah, if you can play the long game, and you play defensive, it's annoying, but my God, you have to play it perfectly. And I haven't seen anybody dominate with Dawson. I don't see him. You know who it's a good stretchy character? Necro from Third Strike. They did like, that's the kind of like stretchy character you need, right? But Dawson, I haven't seen.
Right?
Man, I'm torn. I mean, I'll go ahead and agree with you. Like, I think you're never gonna find any casual person play this character effectively, right? Like, you're never gonna show up to hang out with your friends and your friend's gonna be an expert with Dawson. I mean, it just doesn't happen. But like, watching him at top level is kind of fun. Like, I kind of like his iteration in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 too. Like, if you watch like Justin Wong or something like that with Dawson, it's fun to watch. But I'll agree with you. He's always the slowest character in any game. So any jump in, you're just fucking cooked. You're done. So
why jump with Dawson? Except for like the corkscrew, like, if you're trying to gain some ground with it. But man, I don't know. I don't. The risk and reward for doing that is not equal. It's not there.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick.
John?
It's an impossible character to balance. For casual people, you make him too good and everyone's gonna pick him. So that's why he always struggles. Trying to think of any of the, well, first off, Necro's terrible. I have no idea why you said it. Like, he's trash. I mean, my God, have you played Third Strike?
Yes, I played Third Strike. Oh my God, he's so
man,
good.
He's terrible. I wanted to bring that up. I mean, we all have our opinions, but good lord. But yeah, Dawson, he's too hard to play, and then they can never make him too good. So it's just, but they always bring him back because the design's awesome. He's iconic. He wears dead baby skulls around his head. Yoga.
Yeah.
I don't know how yoga lets you teleport and breathe fire, but it's awesome. But yeah, possible to balance. So he'll always be trash. You're not wrong.
And he's a waste of roster spot, a base roster spot too. I think I'm tired of him and Honda and Blanca being base roster. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. Blanca and Honda are fine. They're
Nah, bring them in season 2, 3. We don't need them around for that long. They're fucking joke characters that no one plays anyway.
Oh, whoa.
Yo, spicy
Whoa,
takes,
whoa,
bro.
Whoa! Didn't you win? Didn't you win Juan Bash 2 with Honda?
I'm
Not
actually
that, but-
I'm actually maining Honda in 6, so
I don't want Evo one with Blanca, man. This is true.
Oh, that's true. Like
Yeah.
Blanca's pretty sick. Like I've played a lot of Street Fighter 4 against Blanca's. Like they're when they get going, it's tough. It's tough. So I don't know. I like Blanca. Honda too. But Dawson, no, I haven't seen.
Dawson's got to go. Yeah, he should
Yeah.
not be a greasy spot. We're stuck with him though.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody picked him when we were kids in Street Fighter 2. And I don't know anybody that mains him, for casuals or anywhere around here. He's a tough pick.
Yeah. That's why he's my number 4.
well, I'll take us to our number 3 with all of the Gokus in Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I gotta wait my turn, but
And I mean, so in Dragon Ball Fighters Z, there's 5 Gokus, there's 3 Goku fusions, and pretty much 2 clone characters of Goku. I mean, the biggest crime here is that there's hundreds of memorable characters from Dragon Ball. I mean, one of the most like beloved franchises of all time, and you give me 10 Gokus. I mean, the best part of fighting game is like playing the characters you love, and you give me the same character 10 times. I mean, give me like Bulma in a mech suit, give me Yajirobe, give me random characters like Monster Character or Chiaotzu, anybody. But just too many Gokus. Get the fuck out of here. 10 Gokus.
I mean, the iconic that like each one of those iterations of Goku are iconic. Each one has their own like storyline, like they're all different. I don't know what you mean. Like it's like in the beginning, Ryu and Ken, right? And then all the Shoto characters, they're all pretty similar. And then now they've been like evolving and putting little differences. So that's their version of Shoto characters, but it's just like, oh, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? So I mean, that's my take on it. But I'm a fan of Goku. I mean Goku in Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Which one?
No, just the normal.
Dude, base Goku's the best.
Base
If you never
Goku.
played Fighters, they released him later, and believe it or not, base Goku with Kaioken is like the strongest character in the game to have as your anchor. And but all those Gokus, I mean, okay, so from the outside looking in, if you don't play Fighters, it looks dumb as hell that half the roster is Goku. I mean, even include Bardock is basically Goku. But but the problem is they all feel so good to play when they release them, like UI Goku and everything. And then when you're looking at the roster and you go to play them, man, it feels so cool to be like, I just want to be Goku from like, the Saiyan arc, and being able to beat like a Super Saiyan God Goku is like base Goku is hilarious. So it's just it's very cool to me. I love Gokus and all of them. It's again terrible idea on the outside, but once you play it, feels so good, man. It's awesome seeing them.
I mean, I kind of agree with Ryan. It was like they overdid with Goku's, but I also do love the fact that when they came out with IU Ultra Instinct Goku, after watching the Tournament of Power, like I was pumped, I was excited. But it is a lot of Gokus. They could have brought in other characters.
Really, you want Chaozu? You think people are gonna pay $7 for a new character?
I wanted King Cold.
Oh, dude, I want King Cold too. Yeah, man.
Oh, Mr. Popo.
Mr. Popo.
Well, okay, but look, you're a marketing guy at Arxis. Okay?
Chaozu.
Do we release Goku or do we release like Tien Well, Tien's in the game. Bad example. Well, who's a Jobber character I'm thinking of that we just? Well, what's the carrot's name from the original Dragon Ball? Oh,
Monster Carrot,
yeah, there you go. Thank you. I was
Boss
close.
Rabbit.
All right,
Well,
look.
that's
If you
Dragon
put that, if you put that on the
you want
PlayStation Network for people to download, no one's buying that.
It's like my favorite character from Dragon Ball.
You want Korin fighting? you want Chi Chi?
Yes. Yes.
They
No,
forgot
all those
Goku.
things.
Yeah,
Wasn't
not having
Goku
Chi Chi
in
is a
there?
crime. That's but so like characters like that I get, but again, marketing man, they have to charge for DLC characters, So it's always gonna be Goku. No one's gonna pay for,
Yeah. And plus you get the nostalgia from having all those Gokus. Because like if you think about Dragon Ball until recently, right? It's been Goku, right? Goku's the man, the draw. So of course they're gonna have every iteration of Goku.
It's like a time capsule. It's great.
Yeah.
So you get to see Goku evolve.
It's like asking
Goku's-
Harrison Ford to come back for episode 7.
On the one condition that he dies.
yeah.
So glad everyone agrees with me that too much Goku. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. What is
Again,
this?
we all have opinions. They're just sometimes wrong.
So let's go to Goku has like 1 kill in fucking Dragon Ball, the entire Dragon Ball. He's terrible. All right, John. Let's go to you for your
number
third
3?
pick.
Number 3? Who am I going with? Okay. My number 3 would have been Shaq from Shaq Fu, but I feel like Juan choosing that cat girl. I can't even. I'm choosing on my original number 2. And it's gonna be El Fuerte from Street Fighter 4.
Oh man.
This character should have ruled. He's amazing. The problem is, no matter, you could spend 10 years of your life training with this character, and you're still gonna be ass. I mean, he just sucks, and he's just annoying if you play him at a good level. Like you just run around basically doing nothing. He's just such potential. Like I want this character, but I don't want him to suck. And he's only in 1 game, and he sucks. Yeah, please give me your arguments. Yeah,
No.
I'm all for this.
Oh, no, well, for
Carlos?
me. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Carlos. You can go.
Yeah, let's go with Ryan. Yeah, he looks ready.
All right.
Right.
Me?
Yeah.
I agree. He's a terrible character.
Yes.
I think Capcom leans too hard into this let's be funny motif. Like let's make a fucking stupid character who yells all the time, stupid shit. So yeah, I hate the character and I hope he never comes back.
Okay.
Carlos. Ken, why don't you take it away?
Ken looks ready. Give him time to
Bro,
cook.
okay.
Go
First of all, freaking, El Fuerte is so good. I have so much fun playing that character. All right, with so much movement. Right, he is a better Ibuki in Street Fighter 4. Okay, and I love Ibuki in Street Fighter 4. But El Fuerte is so funny and it's so distracting, and that's what's so cool about the character. It's really unique. Running back and forth, and you don't know what he's gonna do next. You have to be on your toes to defend that, and you have to defend up. You can't block. Like it's such a dynamic kind of like different. It's a different character for you to fight, and I totally disagree. Like I spent hours trying to figure out like, okay, what's my game loop here? What's my fighting loop for El Fuerte? And my God, it was so fun because he can do jumps, aerial attacks. He can do ground attacks that, break your guard that you don't expect. It's so fun to play, especially like online and you can talk shit to people. That shit is great. Like, and they're just like, you're just doing the same move over and over, and like, nah, man, you just calm down with that shit. I love El Fuerte. I love his design, and me, like, I'm a wrestling fan, and I love El Fuerte. I love how they did that. I can't disagree with you guys more. I love El Fuerte.
Carlos?
I personally picked him one time, and I was it.
I could use all the reasons he said he loves the character is why it bothers me because he's wasted potential. Like I love Eddie Guerrero, and he should be cool, but he's not. He's like, yeah, you run around, you have to guess. Like I don't have to guess anything. He's gonna waste time. I'm gonna destroy his ass no matter how he comes in, but he's gonna waste a good 60 seconds of this round doing nothing. Like I'm never scared against him. It's just annoyed. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Oh my god.
I mean, I thought he was cool when he first came out. I was like, oh, this is, reminds me of Rey Mysterio. Get to play a wrestling character besides Zangief, but I just couldn't get into him. I thought his voice was annoying, and that was it.
Oh man, I thought it was so cool.
So your argument is my argument why it sucks that he sucks because he should be cool, but they dropped the ball. So you just run around doing nothing every round, and you can spend years training, and that's all you'll ever do.
I think.
All right, you know what?
You just gotta be accurate with it.
Juan Bash,
Bash
got a main El Fuerte.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, run it back.
I'll pick El Fuerte.
Defend your honor, dude.
I'll defend him.
All right, Carlos, why don't you take us to your number 3 before Ken has a heart attack?
All right. My number 3. Speaking of, well, no, yeah, we'll make this guy number 3.
Oh, okay, it's the bone version. I was about to be mad, but
Yeah, it's
this is
Bonerine. The reason why I don't like him is because why'd they have to put another Wolverine in the game? They could have put another Marvel character, They could have given him some of the moves to Adamantium Wolverine. I get it, he was overpowered in the I guess it was X-Men vs. Street Fighter, if I'm not mistaken. But they made him horrible in Marvel with his health, and I just feel he was a wasted roster spot.
I'd have to agree because I think he's basically the the Akuma version of of Wolverine, right? The no defense, high damage, but you get punished too much in Marvel. So why would you pick him? I agree. He's pretty bad, and for like a roster slot.
Juan, I think Grass, you found something that we can all agree on. This is
Man,
you're the first. I think you did it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were
I
having
see Ryan's
interesting
face.
discussions and conversations, and then you solved it.
Well, it's fucking funny that you guys are all agreeing because it's the same character. It's such a sin if it's the same character twice, but if it's the same character 10 times,
Well,
that's fucking
Gokus
fine.
have different
I just had
movesets.
those arguments and you guys shit on me.
No, all the Gokus have different movesets.
Listen, they have different movesets too. They have different specials.
Oh, I wouldn't even know because look at him.
See,
sucks.
I don't even care. I don't care about clone characters. Clone characters are fine. But yeah, you should have just made this another Marvel character that's similar. Just change his skin, and I'm fine with it. So I agree. Terrible character. He's got like 25% less health than everybody, so he gets fucking bodied immediately. And why pick the worst version of the same character? I mean, there's already a better Wolverine there, so why choose the worst version? So it's a good pick.
Yeah.
So is Goku. Ken, why don't you round us out with your number 3?
Okay. All right. My number 3. All right. Where is that? Where are you at? Huh? Oh, there it is. Oh, hold on. I gotta find a bigger photo. For whatever reason, this won't let me. Oh wait, I know what to do. Boom. All right. Cool. It is right here.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's a funny game character. That is.
I completely forgot about Clay Fighter.
Okay, so. Oh wait, let me make this a little bit bigger here. All right, Booger Man. All right, from Clay Fighters 63 and the third. All right, I loved Clay Fighters. Right when I was growing up, And they're not good games. They're not good fighting games. But I like them. But when they put in Boogerman, and like the freaking 63 and a third is not a good fighting game at all. But they put in Boogerman, and it's just, I don't know. I think at the time Boogerman had ran its course, right? In terms of like its popularity. You know, he had the platforming like adventure game, right? That I love that game. It's fucking funny. But with the fighting game, it was just like in combination of how bad Clay Fighter 63 and a third was, and how this character was like it barely worked. He had glitches. The hitbox was terrible for all of his moves, and I just think it was generally terrible all around. Like of the Clay Fighter roster, this is the worst one. Boogerman.
I'm not too familiar with Clay Fighters, but I'll agree with you. I think it looks like a terrible character, terrible design. Ken's one of the most knowledgeable fighting game person that I know, so I'm going to take your advice and also say he's a terrible character.
Did you guys
Yeah,
ever
John?
play it?
I never played Clay Fighter 63 and a third or whatever Sculptor's Cut or anything, but I know his game on Genesis was terrible. His design's awful. So some corporate guy was like, kids will love this idea, and no one did. And somehow someone just really stuck their guns to that and somehow threw him in a bad fighting game too. So yeah, I just wish we'd all forget about him. Thank you for bringing him up. I lost a valuable memory now because of Boogerman.
Sorry.
Carlos, any thoughts?
I mean, I played a little bit of 63 and a third. When I mean a little bit, I rented it over a weekend, and he was pretty trash.
You know who's good? Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim was the fun one in that one.
He definitely was.
You see, that's a character people like, even conceptually.
We like Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. No one likes Boogerman ever.
They tried to revive him, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
That's why the games, didn't sell well.
Yeah. Plus, it was like poor. The game was terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. They tried to revive Clay Fighter and it didn't work.
Well, I'm going to take us to our number 2 slots. And man, I did some research for this podcast. I was trying to find the lowest tier character I could find, the worst fighting game character, just someone worse than Roll. And I finally found them. And it is Juan Carlos from Wii Sports Boxing. I mean, where do I start? Where do I start with this character? I mean, I hate the design. Always has that smug smile on his face. One of the lowest tier characters in the history of fighting games. I mean, one right hook and this guy's going down. This character looks like he had one Four Loco too many and is ready to hit the mat. Just Wii Sports Boxing, Juan Carlos, terrible character. Never want to see him back.
You know what? That's the highest resolution me I've ever seen. So it at least has that going on.
Isn't that game going to be at the Kumite?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, so will Carlos.
You can also run it back.
Damn. Defend Carlos's honor.
Someone has to. No one here is.
Your nunchucks didn't work. You probably were running low on your battery because I remember him dominating in the Wheaton household in the 60-inch big screen TV.
Well, I think everybody agrees with my pick again.
I don't think I have not. Me personally, I have not experienced that, so I can't. I hold no judgment there.
I can't judge. I would never choose that character on the looks of him.
Who would? Nobody. Terrible character. John, why don't you take us into your number 2?
All right, my number 2. This is like I had to actually Google to remember what game she was from, but it's Ingrid from Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Oh
As
my
far,
god.
as far as I know, now you wouldn't even know she's from a Street Fighter game looking at her.
She looks
She's
like a off character.
oh, she's terrible. Well, first off, yeah, I mean, in the game she's bad. She looks like she belongs in like Sailor Moon. I had to do research because I couldn't even. I thought I like misremembered, but then turns out everyone hated her. She was a
What?
failed character for like 2 different games. They finally felt bad for her and put her like in Capcom Fighting Evolution, and then put her in Alpha 3.
That's right. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
she's shit. And if you ever do the story mode in Alpha 3, it's funny. Her story is literally that no one cares about her or knows about her. I mean, she'll walk up to characters and Rose is like, "Oh, you don't have a future or past." Like no one cares. Like, so she's lazy design. They couldn't come up with a story, and she doesn't belong anywhere.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, look at her. She belongs in like anime.
Yeah, she looks like she's a Fire Emblem character.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she looks like she got to slay dragons, not get her ass kicked by Ryu.
Well, couldn't disagree more, John.
Oh,
Like, have you played her in Capcom Fighting Evolution? She's the best character in the game.
no, I have not.
She's top tier.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Well, my argument's not her being top tier, just her design being not belonging. She's What the hell is this? This isn't Street Fighter. Look at her.
Exactly. It looks like a Sailor Moon villain, and I love Sailor Moon. Love the design, love everything about it. I'm gonna disagree hard.
Oh.
Damn. Okay. Horde.
So you enjoy
Horde.
Capcom Fighting
Horde.
Evolution. That's
I have it. I'll bring it to the next bash.
You can play by yourself in a corner, man. That game sucks.
Carlos, any thoughts before you get into yours?
Rose is right. Nobody knows who she is. Let's move on.
She's a failed design that they just felt bad for her. Like they just had to throw her in.
Carlos, why don't you take us to your number 3?
Number
Number two.
or
Sorry.
number 2. Okay. It's a tough one. But put some thought into it. And let me share my screen. It is 12. Can you see that?
No.
No.
Is he
Oh, it didn't
invisible?
say. 12 from Third Strike, right?
Whoops. Sorry. I didn't click. All right.
Yeah.
Now can you see it?
Yep.
All right. 12.
Man.
He's trash, man. I don't even know how to play him. When Ryan and I did our first to 5 and Third Strike, even he was frustrated playing as 12. Like no projectiles. All he's got is his like squiggly little arm moves, and then his glider that I completely forgot how to use. Who picks him? Who's good with him? Oh wait, Vi I think was pretty decent with him, but that's about it. I mean, he usually picks dumb characters anyways and can dominate. So that's besides the point. I mean, if we're playing casually, we're never gonna pick him.
I've seen a lot like of really good 12s. Like when we played in the arcades in California, like there was a good amount. So I mean, like me personally, I couldn't use him. Like I don't get him, but I like playing against a couple of people that like know what to do is just they're fun matches because they're different like angles to defend against for me. But yeah, I wouldn't pick that character honestly. Like I don't get it. It's not my style.
I think he's got the Dallison effect.
Yep, I was gonna bring that up. For all the reasons Dawson sucks, he sucks. He can't balance that.
Yeah,
And his design is very lazy.
He's terrible. Me and Carlos did a first to 5 with him, and it was fucking atrocious. I think we had multiple timeouts because neither of us could land anything against each other. He has low health, so he just sucks in general. His normals are terrible. You can't connect into anything. you can't combo with him. All you can do is like chip away and get one hit at a time. So he's just terrible. So I think that's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, he does not even cool design. Like, at least Necro has what's the little girl that follows him around?
Oh
She's
yeah.
funny. She cries when he loses.
No.
Yeah.
When he loses all the time. 12's got nothing, man.
Yeah, 12's like a. You know what? Let's just make it a character that's just one color. Call it a day. Yeah, it's pretty lazy. Like in terms of like character design, also. Yeah.
And it's
Even-
hard to make a character lazy in Third Strike too, with all the animation they had to put into it. I mean, what a
mean,
waste.
But actually, if you see like all his moves and stuff like that, there's a lot of detail to like his like the morphing of his like hands and stuff like that, his movement.
Oh yeah. Animation.
There's a lot of detail, but it's just like there's not much there going on like in terms like personality wise. It can't really like sync to it. So, no, yeah, I agree. And just like through character design, gameplay, I have a different experience with than y'all with it. But yeah, for me, it's like I can agree. Like I don't look at that character and be like, I want to main that guy. Like he's not cool. So,
Ken, why don't you take us off with your number 2?
okay. All right, my number 2. It's from a little old game called Primal Rage.
Oh,
All right.
And the character is Vertigo. And my God, I have like this is pretty biased to me. Like I hated playing against this character with my cousins, right? When we were little kids, and I have PTSD because he had the longest range out of all of the dinosaurs, and I hate the way that they designed. He was just too OP, and like if somebody picked him, he would just like fierce, and you can do nothing. Because in that game, they took the formula of like earlier Street Fighters, right? And there's no gaining advantage, no gaining ground in Primal Rage. There's no dashes or things like that. With this character Vertigo, you could jump fierce, and it does this little like tail thing, right? And just keeps you at bay all day, and you can't do anything about it. And it's just like, why do I even want to play this game? It was terrible. Like I wanted to play fighting dinosaurs, not get hit by a tail all day, because my cousin thought it was funny that nobody could beat him. I hate this character with a passion. There's a reason why it's number 2 on my list, and it's extremely biased towards my experience when I was growing up.
I actually played Vertigo in the Juan Bash Primal Rage mystery game tournament that we had, and I got fucking smoked. So yeah, fuck that character. I hate him too.
Oh, okay. No, he got the opposite, where it's like Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, any thoughts?
Yeah. So I mean, this was first off, I hate the entire roster of Primal Rage. That game sucks. As a kid, I would watch Nick Arcade a lot, and they'd always play King of the Monsters, and I thought it was the coolest game ever. But I never knew what game it was. It's like one of the games we tried was Primal Rage, and it sucked so bad. And I was like, damn it, I just want a Godzilla fighting game. And yeah, and then Primal Rage is terrible. So I hate every character on that roster. So yeah, good choice, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You could have gone a little more. You could have chose a couple other characters, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's specifically in my heart. What about you, Juan?
Yeah, I agree. He's pretty cheap. I can't remember who picked him in the Juan Bash tournament one.
It was me.
It was you.
Lost.
But yeah, just like Jerkweed, I mean, I was like, I wanted a Godzilla game. Primal Rage came out. I thought, maybe this would be a good supplement, but it wasn't. That's my only memory of the game.
Got it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start our number 1s with probably my most controversial pick of all, and I'm gonna go with Guile from Street Fighter.
No shot. What?
Interesting picture.
I mean, if you don't want to have any fun in any fighting game, just pick Guile. I mean, this dude hasn't had a new move since Street Fighter 2. His
He's
approach
got
to
new
the
moves
game
in 6.
his approach to the game hasn't changed. Guile players are scrubby as fuck. I mean, playing Guile makes you a worse fighting game character. I mean, all I do against Guile characters is get a slight life lead, go stand on the opposite side of the screen, and watch them lose their mind because they have no idea what to do offensively. So they'll take 62 seconds to throw sonic booms at me that I just avoid. And then with the last 18 seconds, they'll just start teabagging me because that's all they can do. They have no idea how to approach. I think he's a boring character. I think he is gimmicky. Kind of hate Guile. So Guile, my number one pick.
Damn, spicy.
Was that Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
Every character in that game's trash too.
Yo.
John, any thoughts?
Okay, so I was going to try to defend him because I love Guile and how simple he is that you can just pick him up. But if you play online a lot and you have to fight against them, your time is just ruined. It's like you said, every match will last 80 seconds if you're playing it right. It just sucks to fight against him. I understand there's a lot of skill and patience. There's a lot of skill in zoning. Like I said, I enjoy playing as Guile, but playing against him, no. He is not fun to play against. He probably teaches you a lot of really good things in fighting games, like patience, waiting for zoning, not jumping, But yeah, he is kind of miserable to go up against. So love the guy, but yeah, I don't want to go up against him ever. I'd rather do JP. At least JP has no reversal. Guile has flash kick. Guile is the game that never ends with the guy guessing.
Carlos?
Defend Guile, Juan.
I mean, he's pretty boring character in any Street Fighter iteration. But there were a few people that kind of, caught my interest, and one of them was Mute Guile. He turned Guile into a really offensive player, which I never thought was possible. So when I saw him playing Guile, I was like, dude, Guile's not so bad. I actually took a liking to him and started playing him some more, and found ways to make him fun. But in the general part, I've never liked Guile growing up. He was just boring all the time until I would say recently. But also like seeing Mike Watson, old videos of Mike Watson playing with Guile. It's pretty cool. I like how he could psych out players and just had a counter to everything. But he seemed to end matches pretty quickly with him, but that's also probably because he's really good.
Yeah, for Guile, I hate playing against Guile, like especially because he's more like he's a tower character, right? He's built for defense, and being like us being Americans, like and like our style is more offensive, right? If you look back at the Japanese, like more of the Japanese like pro players and things like that, they're very patient, methodical with all their movements and things like that. So players that play those charge characters, when they know when to attack, like it takes a lot of skill, it takes a lot of like patience, like Jerky Weed was saying, like it's like, and for me, I don't have that, right? I'm all offense. I want to beat the crap out of that person. I want to do the cool moves. But with Guile, I just like the game. His style of play is not for me. And it just pisses me off watching that, like that style. Like I can't. It's not entertaining for me. But that,
So John, why don't you take us into your number one?
All right, well, yeah, my number one was originally going to be Shaq from Shaq Fu, but Juan rightfully so brought that up, so I'm not going to. So I had to improvise. So my new number one is this character here. She's the biggest crutch of all time in Third Strike. Chun-Li from Third Strike. Only noobs plays this character in Third Strike. She pretty much has an advantage over the entire roster except for Yun. And yeah, the only way you would use her in Third Strike is if you weren't very good at the game. She's too good. Except against like one other character, and yeah, just the world's biggest crutch. So I got to go with Chun just from Third Strike. She's fine in every other game. She's great, but in Third Strike, just ruining the roster balance. Just too easy to play. Just made for scrubs. Just no skill.
Damn. Okay.
All right, Ryan, what are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts as a Third Strike Chung Meng?
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. This is all new to me. Yeah.
Yeah, because you weren't at Juan Bash 1 when I won the Third Strike tournament with Chung-Li. I mean, someone else go.
For me, I can't, like, I don't agree. I think that from the beginning, are you talking specifically Third Strike Chun-Li or all iterations?
No, Chun-Li's a phenomenal character, one of the best fighting game designs ever. She's great in everything, but in Third Strike, she just kind of kills the balance.
I think for me, I think in Third Strike, I don't know. I don't seem to like the way that I play. I don't seem to hate Chun-Li as much as like you do. In terms of like hatred in Third Strike, I hate playing against like really good was it Urian players.
Oh, see, that's great though. See, I love getting walled.
I like that, but that's the thing. Like, I am more comfortable fighting a Chun-Li than a Urian because that wall fucks with like my movement and cuts me off, and I'm just like, like. But yeah, that's for me. So I'm gonna have to disagree on this one. Like for me, but like it is annoying when you're like getting dominated by like a really good Chun-Li, but like that really happens. Like that in my experience. So yeah, but I understand where you're coming from. Like really good Alexes are really fucking annoying too. So yeah.
I mean, if this was a list for best fighting game characters, she should be on there because this is like the perfect fighting game character. I mean, I feel like I've played a decent amount of Third Strike Online, and you know who I run into fucking 95% of the time? Kens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Ken's
like Shoto. Everyone knows how to play against the Shoto. Chun-Li's advantages in Third Strike, just
if she's so easy and she's so overpowered, you'd see a lot more of her. I don't run into Chungs at all online. And so.
Are you maining Chuns online?
I main Chung.
I think it's because of the lag, maybe.
Hey, because I'm on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
You got that delay boost.
Carlos, any thoughts on Chung?
Maybe I don't pick her for a reason. Maybe it's because John's reason.
I hope my last minute troll pick is working out here.
Shit's coming from a Hugo main. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Hugo's great.
He's great.
All right, Carlos, why don't you take us to your number one?
All right. My number one. Second.
Oh.
Striker. Mortal Kombat 3. Like, what the hell is that? The moment I picked up this game, I was like, I'm not picking that character. I mean, he just looks stupid. He looked like a villain. They gave him a gun. Like, who the hell uses a gun in a fighting game? Striker. They never. Oh no, I was gonna say they never brought it back, but they did. I forgot what Mortal Kombat did they bring back?
Nine. They brought him back. He's pretty good.
Nine. And but that was it. I mean, I think he was probably the second worst character in Mortal Kombat history. But for me, like Mortal Kombat 3 was a big deal, and this guy was just horrible, and he didn't belong in that game.
That I agree. I agree. Striker is like, if I was trying to get my immersion right in terms of like playing like fighting games, like my immersion, even though like it's looking back at them, it's like, oh geez, like the more old Mortal Kombats are really dated, right? But if I was like looking back at Mortal Kombat 3, I remember being like, why does he have a gun? Like nobody else has that, and it's just kind of like, why put that range there like that? And you can't really like avoid it. It's annoying. So yeah, I agree.
Wasn't he supposed to be a cop or something?
Yeah, he's a cop. Yeah,
he's a cop, but
he's got a baton.
I couldn't tell.
He looks like that guy from Full House. He's
oh yeah, Joey, Uncle Joey.
Yeah.
Listen, I just want to play Cabal, and I want to dash at people, and you can't dash at Striker.
Oh, Cabal's the best, man.
Cabal's awesome.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they had to save Mortal Kombat 3 with Ultimate. I mean, they had to bring in some cool characters to make up for
all the different cyborgs. They were different.
But this is a good pick. I mean, Striker was a fucking terrible character. He looks like a bike cop, you know.
I'm a tough guy.
Bike. I mean, did you see those gloves he was wearing? I'm like, Jesus Christ! You're fighting against skeletons and fucking, people who can shoot ice and robots, and you got a fucking mall cop that's going up against him. So I thought he was a douche as a kid. He's still a douche. So great pick.
Agree.
Yeah, I mean the concept of like a clueless cop in the Mortal Kombat roster is kind of funny, but yeah, he's a terrible character. Something cool could have been done with it, but it wasn't. He's shit. He's terrible.
Yeah. Agree.
A hard agree. Yeah, you know what? In 9 though, he's pretty good. He's pretty good in 9. Yeah.
So Ken, why don't you end our night with your number 1?
All right. Okay. For me, I'm looping it back to Street Fighter, and but not the Street Fighter you guys are like used to. All right, here it is. All right. It's
boo.
Vega.
I'm leaving.
Hold on. It's Vega,
day,
like you said specifically to like Third Strike, right, for Chun-Li. Mine specifically is to EX. Street Fighter EX. I don't know if you guys have played that. So the reason why I say Vega on EX is the worst is because he doesn't feel like Vega anymore, right? Everything that he can do in EX, Skullomania does better.
Yeah.
So it's like, why play Vega? Why put him in there when you can use Skullomania and do everything much better? And like, it sucks because it's a 3D fighting game, right? And I don't think Vega translates well. Like, and it's just my opinion, and I really like Vega, right? But in EX, I remember playing this, and I was very disappointed, like doing his super missing and whiffing and not doing enough damage, having his claw come off or no, in the 3D environment, doing less damage and being even worse. So like, it's for me, it was more of like, you did my boy dirty in EX. And if anything, if I'm playing EX, I'm picking Skullomania, who does all the movement better and all the surprise attacks better. That's why I think the iteration of Vega in EX is the worst version of Vega, and I think it's the worst fighting game character, in my opinion.
I'm just gonna agree with you because I kind of hate Vega. I think he's a shitty character in general. I think he's
This
a
feels
fucking dick.
unwarranted.
I mean, he's a douche. He fucking yodels. He's a fucking pretty boy prep. Like,
He's got
if he
claw.
that he loses all the time.
He doesn't know boundaries too. From the Street Fighter movie, I get it. Like,
Right? So, but I'll agree with them. And you know, I played fucking the EX games too, and I don't even remember him being in the game. So that probably tells you something.
And I'll never say anything bad about my boy in any iteration. So just look at him. Look at that handsome devil. There.
Oh my goodness.
I don't remember him in EX either, so I can't really say.
Oh,
I don't even know if I played that game actually. If I did, I just probably picked Ryu or Ken just to try it out, and that was it. But I didn't even know he was in EX.
Well, I think that was a unanimous consent that Vegas sucks in Street Fighter EX. I think those were all great number one picks from us. I think that's going to do us for this podcast. I think we got a lot of scores to settle after this. So we'll report back with the results of El Forte and Street Fighter 4 as
Bruh.
Kent tries to take him to the championship at Juan Bash 4. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And hopefully you join us back at the next podcast. See you guys.
Peace.
Bye.